The Branches of the Government by Amira.
Zainab.
Sameera.
Legislative facts. The responsibilities of the legislative branch include writing laws, declaring war, approving treaties, and granting money. The legislators who serve in the legislation branch usually are appointed based on the election in the democratic government. In the bicameral legislature, which has the upper chamber, it is okay to have the legislators in the indirect election. The legislative branch of the U.S. government is called Congress. Congress has two parts, the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Executive facts. The executive branch consists of the government, lieutenant government, comptroller of public accounts, land commissioner, attorney general, agriculture commissioner, the 3 Texas railroad commissioners, the state board of education, and the secretary of state. Article 4 of the Texas Constitution describes the executive government branch of Texas. Texas utilizes a plural executive, which means the power of the government is limited and distributed. The executive is the part of the government that enforces laws and has responsibility for the governance of a state. In political systems based on the principles of separation of powers, authority is distributed among several branches. The president is seen as the leader of the U.S. government and is both the head of state and the commander-in-chief of the U.S. Armed Forces.
Judicial facts. The judicial branch is truly one of the most vital branches of this country. About 247,459,000 has been allocated for district courts, while 32,282,000 was for the Supreme Court. The Court of Appeals is given about 10,640,000. In total, about 290,382,000 is granted upon the judicial branch. The judicial branch includes the court. Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States. Courts of Appeals. There are 13 appellate courts that sit below U.S. Supreme Court, and they are called the U.S. Courts of Appeals. Government fun facts. Did you know that it has been more than 200 years since the Constitution was created?
In addition to that fact, there has been a total of 27 constitutional amendments to date.
After a bill passes, the president has 10 days to sign or veto the enrolled bill. Can you believe that kind of pressure?
Video time.
In this video, we are going to learn about something very important called the Constitution. That's right, the Constitution. The Constitution is a very special document for the United States of America. It was written in 1787. It was the plan for how the government of the United States of America would run. It was important for the United States to approve a constitution so everyone would know how this new government would operate. Hey, did you know the Constitution has a nickname? That's right. Just like you might have a nickname, the Constitution of the United States has a nickname too. The Constitution is called the highest law in the land. It has that nickname because it truly is the highest law in the land. Every other law is supposed to follow and respect the Constitution. Government leaders are called to follow the Constitution and make sure that no laws are passed that go against what is written in the Constitution. The Constitution is the law that all other laws are supposed to support and follow. So, the Constitution is a special document written in 1787. It is a written plan for how the government of the United States works. It has a nickname, the highest law of the land, because every other law is supposed to follow the rules found in it. Now we are going to look at some specific things that make the Constitution so amazing. The Constitution has a lot of words in it, but none as famous as the first 3 words. The first 3 words of the Constitution are written with big letters and say, "We the people." Why do you think the Constitution begins with those words? Why does the Constitution begin with "We the people"? Those are the words that open the Constitution because that idea is the cornerstone of our country. You see, the U.S. government exists for the people, by the people. One of the reasons the colonists fought for independence from Great Britain was to get liberty and freedom for the people. The Constitution starts with "We the people" because it is not just written to set up the United States government, it is written for the people, by the people. You see, the Constitution not only was the plan for how the United States government would work, it also protects people's rights. The Constitution is made up of 7 articles and 27 amendments. The 7 articles mainly focus on how the United States government works. The 27 amendments are additions to the Constitution that came after 1787. Many of the amendments are written about the rights that people in our country have, while other amendments have clarifications about how the United States government works. None of the amendments contradict each other or contradict any of the 7 articles. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution are known as the Bill of Rights. They protect the most basic freedoms of every American citizen. Rights are things that everyone should be allowed to do. For example, the First Amendment of the Constitution guarantees us freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly. There are some freedoms that took a long time but finally got added to the Constitution. For example, the 13th Amendment outlawed slavery. The 15th Amendment finally gave African Americans the right to vote, and the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Just like amendments have been added in the past, there may be more amendments that could be added in the future. Maybe in your lifetime there may be 28 or 29 or even 30 amendments. We'll just have to wait and see. That is the Constitution, the highest law in the land. With 7 articles and 27 amendments, the Constitution not only shows us how the United States government operates, it also shares the rights and freedoms we have as American citizens. Share what you learned with a friend and let us know in the comment section below, what freedoms are you most thankful for? We'd love to hear from you. We were glad to have you with us today, and we'll see you again soon.
Mr. Sameera.
Salam by Zakaria and Mustafa. Good. Mustafa? Can you speak a little bit louder?
Right. Who is the leader of the executive branch? The governor of Texas. The governor of Texas is Greg Abbott, and he is the leader of the executive branch.
How many members are in the legislative branch? There are
There are 150 members. Let's go ask the question again.
Wait, what courts are included in the judicial branch? These courts include the district courts, country courts, county courts of law, probate courts, justice courts, and municipal courts.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.